Welcome to Cory's Stories. Are you ready to meditate with Cory?
Hi, my friend. I wanted to just jump in for a quick minute just before you listen to your story and say, if you love Heidi and Cherry and you love Tucker and Leo and you think you would like to be in one of their clubs, go to the link below my video and you can join the Cat Club or the Tucker and Leo Club, or you can join both the clubs called Raining Cats and Dogs. It's a club where you get 3 or 5 or 2 exclusive stories every month that are sent to you, and you get to have your name mentioned in those stories. If that's something that you want, then talk to your guardians, your mom, your dad, your auntie, your grandma, whoever it is that helps to take care of you, and ask them if you can join the cat club or the dog club. Okay, enjoy my story. I love you so much. Bye. Bye.
Are you ready to meditate with Cory? Climb up into your bed and get super comfortable. Make sure that you're surrounded with all of the things that make you feel good. Maybe you've got some toys or a stuffy, whatever it is. Hopefully you're wearing your comfortable pajamas so that you can relax your body. You can let go of your busy day. And eventually, you may fall fast asleep. Heidi, Cherry, and Vaya had gone over to Noah's house. They were so excited. So excited. Cherry had been excited for like 4 days. She was beside herself. Noah had got a new kitten, a tiny, cute little kitten called Evie. Noah had already got 2 pets in his house. He'd got his cat, Troy, that was a boy, and he'd got Everest, who was a girl, and she was the dog. Now, Heidi, Cherry, and Vaya had been over to Noah's house before, and they were already friends with Everest and Troy. But the fact that they got a new kitten, that was what was super exciting. When they got to the house, Cherry barged through the front door. OMG, OMG, where is she? Where is she? I can't wait to see her. I tell you what, I'm so glad Tucker's not here, because you know what Tucker's like, right, with kittens or with puppies? He'd be licking on it, he'd be chewing on it, he'd be like trying to eat poor little Evie. He'd be like, give me that kitten. It smells so delicious. That kitten smells like popcorn. That kitten smells like chocolate. That kitten smells like heaven. Heidi started laughing. Yeah, that's exactly what Tucker would be doing. Noah said, come in. She's in the living room. She's on her little cat bed. Noah was in love with his new kitten. He loved Troy and he loved his dog Everest. But the kitten was super cute. Who doesn't love kittens? Heidi, Cherry, and Vaya followed Noah into the living room. Troy was just laid on the chair. He looked over as if to say, oh, hi. But he didn't actually say it. He was too sleepy. So he just closed his eyes back down. Everest came over and shook her tail and wagged it and smiled and sniffed and said hello. The cat said hi to Everest. And then, where is she? Cherry said. And then she spotted her on a tiny little cat bed. She was sleeping. Noah said, she's taken a nap. They sleep a lot when they're little. Heidi said, yeah, we know that, Noah. We're cats. Noah said, oh yeah, sorry about that. Vaya said, oh my, as she looked down at Evie. She is so sweet. She's so pretty and so small and so cute. I wish I still looked like that. Cherry said. OMG! You won't be able to get all your fancy princess shoes and your princess tiaras and your princess dresses and your princess gowns if you were that small, Vaya. If you were that small, you'd still be in like your onesies with your little feet and like you know, like your little baby clothes. You won't be able to wear all your princess clothes, would you? Vaya said. Oh yes, that's true. I do like my princess clothes. Cherry got really close up to Evie, and Evie still didn't wake up, and we all know how loud Cherry can be. Cherry said, Hello, my little Evie. Hello, my little cutie pie. I'm your Auntie Cherry. I'm so glad that you're here and you're part of the family and you get to meet us because you know what, kiddo? You know what? You're one lucky kitten to have a Auntie Cherry that's just like me. Well, is me. You know, your Auntie Cherry. The kitten was still sleeping. Your Auntie Cherry. She's so awesome. She's so good at everything. Your Auntie Cherry's better than Noah at everything. Noah said, I heard that. Cherry said, yeah, because it's true. I'm better at everything that Noah can do. I'm better at soccer. I'm better at building stuff. I'm better at, I'm funnier. I'm definitely funnier. Noah said, Cherry, never in a million years. Cherry said, well, you are kind of crazy, Noah. You can be a crazy funny. You're very funny. You're actually very funny. Yeah, I'll take it back. You're so funny, Noah. You are funny. You're like a good funny, like a crazy funny. Yeah, you're really funny. But yeah, well, actually, no, I'm going to own it. You know what, Evie? I'm actually funnier than your daddy. I'm funnier than Noah. Ha ha! Noah said, Cherry, never. No. Definitely not. Cherry said, Evie, don't you listen to Noah. Don't you listen to your dad. Don't listen because I am funny. I'm so funny, right? I'm so funny that you're going to pee your pants when you wake up. Anyway, wake up. Wake up, Evie. Let me have a look at your lovely little eyes. Wake yourself up, my little kitty. Evie eventually started to stir a little bit. She stretched out her paws as if she was yawning. Then she started to make air biscuits with her little claws, and she was stretching her arms out back and forward as if she was kneading pizza dough or something. It was the cutest thing ever. And then her little eyes fixed on Cherry. Hello, she said. Cherry said, oh, hello, my little Evie. Oh, you're so cute. Everest was very interested because the kitten had woken up, so she came over and she was wagging her tail frantically and she was sniffing at Evie, and Evie rubbed her little kitten nose on Everest's big dog nose. She rubbed it back and forward as if she knew exactly what she was doing. She was rubbing it on Everest's nose on a purpose, and Everest all of a sudden made this sound. Cherry said, What is it, Everest? What's happening? Everest, Noah's dog, said, It's when she does that with her nose. It's the best thing in the world. It makes you feel so good inside. I don't know what it is, but this kitten does it all the time. Noah said, She hasn't done it to me. Well, Troy perked up from over on the chair. She's done it to me. Everest said, Tell him, Troy. Tell him what it feels like. Troy said, Oh, it feels like cookies just coming out of the oven. You know that smell? That perfect smell of baked cookies? Everest said, Ooh, that's a really good way to describe it. Yeah, it's like that. Cherry said, I'm intrigued. Evie, me little kitty. Now do me a favour, come here. Cherry leaned forward and picked the kitten up. She held it in front of her with her two front paws, and she was peering into the kitten's face as if she was analysing exactly what was going on inside of this kitten's little body and brain. And then the kitten just leaned forward a tad and started to rub its little nose back and forward on Cherry's nose. Cherry didn't move and let the kitten do its magic. Cherry started to close her eyes. She got all dreamy, and her face got all wishful and happy and joyful looking. The biggest smile on Cherry's face just appeared from nowhere, and Cherry opened her eyes very slowly after a few moments and said, O-M-G. O-M-G? You're a little angel, aren't you? You've been sent from heaven above, Evie. Where did you learn to do that? Vaya stood forward and said, What is it? What is she doing? Cherry passed Evie the kitten over to Vaya, and Vaya held the kitten up in front of her face. Just try it, said Cherry. Try it. You won't believe it. You won't believe it. OMG. Cherry was stood there rubbing on her tummy as if she'd just eaten like the biggest, satisfying, deliciousest meal in the entire world. You know, like when you've had a big Thanksgiving dinner and you're sat on the sofa and you're so stuffed and you get sleepy and happy and content and you get all of the joy in the world of feeling so satiated because you've just had the bestest, biggest, deliciousest meal in the entire world. That's what Cherry's face looked like, and she was rubbing on her tummy as if it felt just like that. Evie, the little kitten, rubbed her nose on Vaya's nose. She rubbed it from side to side at first, and then she rubbed it in tiny little circles, as if she was making magic happen. Vaya closed her eyes. She took in a big, deep breath and then sighed. Everybody went quiet watching Evie's magic. After a few moments, Vaya opened her eyes and she said, Oh my, I feel full of the most loving, wonderful feelings. My tummy feels like it's a warm hug. Oh, you're such a little angel, she said to Evie. Evie's little face smiled again. Thank you, she said. Noah said, I want to know what this feels like. This is my kitten after all. Noah reached forward and grabbed hold of Evie, and Evie smiled at Noah. Noah brought Evie all the way up to his face. He snuggled in her neck and rubbed his head on her and gave her kisses and then said, Show me your magic, Evie. Evie leaned forward, touched her nose on Noah's nose, and started to rub it from side to side, and then round and round in little circles. Noah closed his eyes instinctively. He closed his eyes as if, by closing his eyes, he could feel Evie the kitten's magic happen even more. About a minute passed, where Noah was completely silent. And then he opened his eyes and said, That feels like the warmest, softest, snuggliest, furriest blanket I have ever felt. He grabbed a hold of his tummy. It's in my stomach. My tummy feels as if it's like got full of the most happiest feelings and sensations I have ever felt. Is that what all you guys felt like? Everyone that's experienced it so far, except for Heidi, all said, yeah. Cherry was like, exactly. You know what it reminded me of? Sounds a bit bizarre and everything, but it makes total sense to me. It reminded me of like a plate of Jell-O. You know, like when you put wibble wobble jelly on a plate and it wibble wobbles all over the place, and then you like watch it. It's like that wibbly wobbly feeling inside of your tummy, like you've got jelly full of tummy. No, you got tummy full of jelly and then it's wibbly wobbling and it's like, oh, it feels so nice and tickly inside of your tummy. It's like 100 million butterflies flying inside of your tummy, all fluttering around and it's like, oh, I feel so happy inside. Vaya said, it felt like to me like a warm hot water bottle. You know when you're cold and you have a hot water bottle and you put it on your toesies and it warms your paws and your feet? Then yeah, it just feels like that, but it feels like that on your tummy. Like your tummy gets so warm and full of love. It's like the bestest feeling ever. Heidi, you have to try it. Try it, Heidi. Try it. Noah passed Evie, his kitten, to Heidi. And Heidi said, "Hi." Evie said, "Hi." Evie closed her little eyes as if she was ready to pass on her magic. Heidi got the message. She closed down her eyes and then felt Evie rubbing her tiny little kitten nose from side to side on Heidi's cat nose. And then she went in tiny, tiny little circles, around and around and around and around. And then the sensation of that stopped, and Heidi went into her own little world. Everyone stayed really still and quiet while Heidi felt the sensations of her magic. At first, it felt like she just had a sip of warm tea that landed inside of her tummy. But then the heat started to radiate like a golden light, like sunlight inside of her tummy. And it spread and got bigger and bigger and bigger. And then that warm feeling started to sing like a happy song inside of her belly. A song that would only make Heidi happy. A song that would make Heidi feel loved and safe and warm. It made Heidi feel like all the good things in the world were inside of her body, and she felt content. She felt complete. She felt wonderful. She opened her eyes and looked at the little kitten staring into her face. She smiled at Evie and said, "Wow, Evie, you are a very special kitten." Evie had the biggest smile on her face. "Thank you," she said. And then, as if Evie had worn herself out, spreading all the love and magic that she gave through her tiny little magic nose, her eyes instinctively closed as if she was ready for another nap. Heidi walked over to the kitten cat bed and put her down on the cat bed, and Evie instantly rolled over, tucked herself in, and went fast asleep within moments. Everest said to everybody, "She's very magical, isn't she?" Troy, over on the chair over there, just nodded and said, Yep, she is." Noah said, "How come, until now, I didn't know that Evie was a magical cat?" Cherry said, "Well, that's because of me. Because, you wouldn't have even known, would you, if it weren't for me? Because I told you, Noah, I'm awesome. And, I'm funnier. Listen to this. Knock, knock." Noah said, "Who's there?" Cherry said, "Knock, knock." Noah said, "Who's there?" Cherry said, "Knock, knock, knock." Noah said, "Cherry, who's there?" Cherry said, "I don't know. I can't quite think of anything. But, I was just trying to show you that I could be funny even without a joke that weren't good. I mean, that joke weren't even good and I was still funny. Weren't I funny, everybody? I was so funny." No one in the room was laughing at Cherry's not funny joke. Noah said, "Cherry, you've got no chance. I'm definitely the crazy funny in this house." Cherry said, "OMG, Noah. All right then. But you're not as good as I'm better at soccer. I'm better at colouring. I'm better at I've got more friends than you. Noah said, no way. No, you don't. Cherry said, what else then? I think I'm just awesome. I mean, you ask Evie when she wakes up. I was the one that discovered Evie's magic. No one else discovered Evie's magic. Troy opened one of his eyes and said, that's not true because we already knew about it. Everest said, yep, unfortunately, he's right. Cherry said, oh, darn it. Well, anyway, you have a very, very special kitten there. Very special kitten. She's lovely. I love her. I love her a lot. Give me a lot of them. I want to take her home. She's going to come and live with me and Heidi and Vaya, and we're going to take care of her, and she's going to make us feel so nice and warm and snuggly inside every single day because she's got so much magic. And yeah, I wish I could do that with my nose. Vaya said, yeah, me too. It's such a magical thing to be able to do for someone, to make them feel so nice and warm and snuggly inside just by touching your little nose on them. She's so powerful. Heidi said, yeah, I wish I could do that. Everest came over and rubbed her nose on Heidi's nose. Nothing happened. Everest said, well, it was worth a try. They all had a lot of fun hanging out at Noah's house. Noah always loved it when Heidi, Cherry and Vaya came over. And they loved Noah because he was awesome. And he was funny. And he could take a joke. But after a while, the cats had to leave. Evie, the little kitten, slept the whole time, so they didn't get to experience her magic once again. But maybe as she got older and she didn't need as many naps, they could go and see her again and get that warm, fuzzy feeling inside just by holding her and letting her touch your nose. The end.